Hello viewers, you're watching Fantasy Photon, and let's go ahead and pick a fantasy team of an upcoming clash that is going to take place between India and England. It will be the second test match and India will be roaring to make a comeback because India has lost the test match after 3 or 4 years of time in their home conditions, and Virat Kohli will be eager to make a comeback. Virat Kohli and company specifically, if I talk about. So let's go ahead and pick the fantasy team of an upcoming clash between India and England, the second test match. But before that, I would like to tell you about Photon Prime users who are getting good rank in fantasy sports as compared to other users. We have top class fantasy experts, so let's create best Dream 11 teams for today's match. Hire Photon experts now. Any user who wants access need to request it and you'll be redirected to the corresponding Telegram channel. Their pool of experts are available to support you for multiple matches. So the pitch on which this upcoming clash is going to take place will be MH Chitrambaram Stadium, which will have a clear sky with a temperature around 22.26 degrees Celsius. Talking about the average score on this particular pitch would be around 255 to 260. And apart from this, I want to tell you that there is no major injury concerns as of now. The players who've been playing, definitely they would be given a chance. Yes, definitely the rotation is likely to take place between Broad and Anderson as the way they have been going in the series that they have played. And definitely Anderson is likely to be left out and Broad will be given a chance because they are basically relying on the rotation policy. So let's start with the team itself, how I've picked the team. Since it's a batting pitch team, so I've made sure that the teams that ideal combination would for me would be to just pick as many batsmen as we can. Definitely bowlers and all-rounders are must over here. So we'll start with the wicket-keeping section, and talking about the wicket-keeping section, since Josh Butler has left home, so definitely he's not there the chance to pick him up. So probably I would go for Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant has been doing really well, specifically the way he has performed in Australia, the match-winning innings that he played at Brisbane Gabba. He must have derived a lot of confidence from there and definitely replicated that in the first test match itself in the first innings where he scored 91 runs. Rishabh Pant would be your first choice as a wicketkeeper batsman. Go for him. Talking about the batting section, I've gone for 4 batsmen, and I'll start with Cheteshwar Pujara. I think the resistance that Cheteshwar Pujara have in this particular format is unbelievable because he knows that he has to play just one format, so he has to be consistent in this format because in India you are likely to get criticized often if you don't perform really well on the regular basis. But Cheteshwar Pujara is a great batsman, good batsman, specifically after Kohli. If you look, it's because he's a silent character, he doesn't get that much recognition, but he's a good batsman. Pick him up. Second is Virat Kohli. As usual, you need to pick him in your lineup because you know that how great fighter he is, and definitely will be eager to make a comeback as a captain too in terms of winning is concerned, as well as a batsman too. So Virat Kohli is definitely your second choice as batsman. Go for Pujara and Kohli. The two other batsmen that I've gone for is Dan Lawrence and Joe Root. Don't be surprised for me picking Dan Lawrence because he's a good batsman, and you can't judge a player just because of one match or particularly 2 innings failure. You need to give him appropriate number of chances, and after that you can make a judgment about it. Dan Lawrence is definitely a chance here to stay. Pick him up in your lineup. And the last batsman is Joe Root. You know that Joe Root, the way he's playing, he's been stupendous form. 600 plus runs. If you look at the subcontinent condition, the way he sweeps to the spinners, I think that has been unbelievable. And he's basically playing on a different planet. That's all I can say in the simple words. So Joe Root is definitely here to stay here in the lineup. So go for him. Going for the all-rounder section, I've gone for 3 all-rounders, 2-1 balance that I've basically taken into mind. Washington Sundar and Ravichandran Ashwin. Why I picked these two? Because the home conditions are there. They know the conditions really well. They performed well in the first test match itself in the same pitch. So definitely they'll be eager to replicate the performance. So go for Washington Sundar, Ravichandran Ashwin. And the last all-rounder that I've gone for is Ben Stokes, who has also done equally well in the first test match. He scored runs, 80 plus runs in the first innings when he came out to bat. He took the very important wicket of Indian skipper Virat Kohli, and where India could have the dynamics of the game could have changed, but the way Ben Stokes performed, the way Ben Stokes bowled, that was phenomenal. So go for him. Ben Stokes is a complete package. Going for the bowling section, I've gone for 3 bowlers. The first one is Jasprit Bumrah. Definitely he's very instrumental and very important part of Indian bowling lineup. So he's must. Just pick him up. He's definitely there to stay. And you definitely have to pick some bowlers, which is definitely a regular member of Indian side, and Jasprit Bumrah is one such bowler. Talking about the other 2-1, it is Dom Bess and Jack Leach. I would have picked a fast bowler like there is Anderson, there is Broad, and but you know that there is a rotation policy which is going in the England team, so probably that would not be good to pick them up. And talking about Archer, I believe that Archer is not someone dangerous in the home conditions. Indian batsmen who know how to basically tackle them up. So probably the 2 bowlers that stand out for me is Dom Bess and Jack Leach. And Jack Leach has done really well in the second innings. Bess has done really well in the first innings in the last test match that India and England played here in the same pitch. So probably these two would be the good option for you. So three bowlers that I've gone for is Jasprit Bumrah, Tom Bash, and Jack Leach. Talking about the captain and vice captain would be Virat Kohli because he's very consistent. Don't forget that his record at his home pitch is impeccable. So captain is Virat Kohli, vice captain is Joe Root, and this is the fantasy team of this upcoming clash that is going to take place between India and England. I would like to tell you one more thing at the end, that for final head-to-head or SLOGL teams, you just have to enroll for Fantasy Photon lifetime membership, and that is just of cost around 999 Indian rupees. The link for which, how you need to enroll it, is given in the description below. I hope you love this video. Subscribe this video. Basically, you need to subscribe the video, subscribe the channel, share the video as much as you can, and if you love this video, please pass on your comments, because the way you pass on your comments, we must basically, if there is any area of improvement, we can work on it and we can definitely improve from here. So goodbye for now. Till then, we meet for the next video.